empowering visionary leader in Dubai's real estate market with over 18 years of experience. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you Paul, the CEO of AQUA Properties. How are you doing today?
Hey Kamal, very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you.
Yeah, I know you've been asking me for a while.
Alrighty, finally I got you on the spotlight.
Indeed.
So Paul, tell me, back in the time when you were an agent, many resources and tools were not available, like training and development and data transparency. So how did you manage to strategize your success?
So the reason why the actual reason I got into real estate as a professional is that I was a real estate investor. And when I started investing in Dubai, you mentioned 18 years ago, that was when I started as an investor. So I started coming to Dubai in 2001. 2004, I started looking at it a lot more seriously as an investment opportunity, and I bought in 2005.
Wow.
So if you're an investor in anything, you try and look at it from every angle. You should do anyway.
Of course.
So there's the entry and exit into the strategy, and there's also understanding the fundamentals that make up the market.
Yeah.
Back then, no, the information that you had, the information that was available wasn't as solid, and it wasn't as true. It was a lot more word of mouth, right?
Of course.
So from my perspective, when I got in, when I started to become a broker, I had to work with limited tools, but I knew the angle in which I wanted to work and wanted to be successful. And I'm quite a driven person who has set targets and goals, and I do what's necessary to achieve those goals.
Well, I totally agree on you that, and your team, Platinum team, you're leading it, and it's been going very great. So everybody's aligned with their goals and all. How do you make sure that they're aligned with their goals and strategies? Are there any tools that you're providing them?
So, with the Platinum team that report directly to me, people are only invited into the Platinum team if I feel that they have a similar mindset to me. By that, what I mean is that they're self-sufficient, for one. They're resourceful. They're proactive, not reactive. You know, I should have that tattooed, right? They take opportunity, other tattoo. So these are the kind of things for me that make someone what I call a top-level agent within the city.
Amazing. That's great. Tell us something about AQUA Engage. What is it? There's a lot of news that has been going on.
Well, I'm not sure about the news side of things, but AQUA Engage is our own in-house academy, headed by yourself, from a training perspective. And the reason behind AQUA Engage is that over the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen a transition from the real estate broker market being of the 7,000 mark number of agents, and it shot up completely. Now, it's very important for us as a brand that we maintain a level of professionalism within the market. We have set standards quite high over the last 18 years, and as such, the only way for us to bring in fresh people that may not have the natural skill set, you know, confidence could be one of them, empathy towards clients, being like a sponge for information. You know, that's the, when I was an agent, I was quite lucky to, I am very confident, I'm very resourceful, and I love knowledge. And for those individuals who may not necessarily soak that in, the purpose of AQUA Engage is that we get them up to that mark as quickly as possible, so that they're able to start reaping the benefits of working in the current Dubai real estate market.
That's amazing, that's wonderful. And what advice would you like to give? What is your message to new realtors who are trying to get into this industry, and how AQUA Property or AQUA Engage can help them shape their future?
Okay, well, I think I mentioned about the purpose behind it, and the reason behind it is to get agents quicker into the market, and are giving them the tools not only from data but from directors that they're working alongside to help them in terms of their experience, what worked, what didn't work, a bit of role playing, working alongside some of the Platinum tier and senior agents within the company across each office and department. But with regards to how I feel that they can be more successful, or what works best, for me it's about, it's very hard when new agents come into this market. They get confused,
of course,
and they lose focus. And I think it doesn't matter what you're working, whether it be secondary, primary sales, holiday homes, it is to stay focused.
Exactly.
Trust the journey that your directors or your mentor is pushing you towards, and don't deviate from that. I think the issue you have as a new realtor in this market, once you join a company, as long as it's obviously the right kind of company, you know, you go through the training, and you're very motivated, and then after the training, whether you be in, let's say, secondary as an example, you learn your community and you understand what's going on, and if you've done that all right, you then start trying to get stock and get it up online. But unfortunately, during that 2 or 3 month process, the motivation starts to become less, and it should become discipline. And if the discipline isn't that strong, people lose focus, and because something else looks shiny in another community or an off-plan launch
This
is
is
coming
going
on.
better and the money
Yeah,
is there,
exactly.
so I should go.
And unfortunately, when people lose focus, they end up spending a sufficient amount of time in the wrong direction, which in the long term doesn't work for them. So, I would say, listen to the management team. They're there for a reason. Follow the process and trust the journey. If you take all those things on board, again, it is a roller coaster of a ride, right? The first 6 to 12 months aren't easy, but if you trust it, if you work hard, if you are proactive, and you do more than anyone else, and you add value to your client, I think that's the biggest thing. If a client speaks to you, they should, it's not. I hate it when you get people in this market, and especially on the phones, and they ring you and they ask you, "Do you want to list your property for sale? Are you interested in buying or something?" You're not adding any value to that person. You're just trying to extract. When you add value without asking for anything in return, your name normally resonates within that person's mind.
Leave a mark,
100%. And that's about what it is. It's about standing out from the crowd.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Paul.
Thank you.
I loved having this chat, this conversation. So being proactive and taking all the opportunities that you can, staying focused is the key to your success. With this, our episode comes to an end. I'll see you next time with a new guest. Bye-bye.